Greetings, teachers consultancy. All right, guys, I'm sorry about that. My thing was off and I did not realize, so we're gonna go straight into it again. As I was saying earlier, we will be having with us Sheron Zoe from Cameroon, who is currently teaching in Cambodia. She will be sharing with us her experience there in Cambodia. And we want this morning's live to be short, to the point, so that we can go our separate ways. So I'm sorry about that just now. I'm going to introduce Sheron, and that's what I'm going to call her, easier for me, or True. And then we will get her here and begin. So she is from Cameroon, as I mentioned earlier. She's married and she has two boys, and she's currently living in Cambodia by herself. So her family is still back home, and she has an advanced level teaching certificate. I know it's separate from what we already are used to. I guess she's gonna explain that to us. But help me to welcome today True Sheron Zoe. And hopefully she's hearing me now. Are you hearing me now, True? Your mic is muted. Oh,
Hello.
good. You're hearing me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I don't know what was happening. Well, I figured out what was happening. But yes, thanks for joining us this morning to share with us your teaching experience. And we're going to jump straight into it because, as I said earlier, she's in Cambodia and it's now 9 9:03 p.m. in
Yeah.
Cambodia. So it's almost time for her to go to her bed. So we're gonna go straight into the questions. And then, guys, if you have questions at the end, we'll take those at the end. So can you tell us, True, did you always want to become a teacher?
No. I never wanted to become a teacher. I never thought one day I will be a teacher. But I find myself being a teacher is awesome.
Okay. All right. Can you tell us a little bit more about Cameroon, your home country?
My home country. Yeah, actually, Cameroon is a bilingual country. We speak French and English. So I'm from the English part of Cameroon. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have Christians and Muslim. It's being divided Christian and Muslim.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I know you have never taught in Cameroon before,
No, I've never.
but in Cambodia, where you're currently teaching, what are the requirements to teach there?
Like, let me just take it brief. Like when I came to Cambodia, like to search for job. So they told me that the only job like foreigners, us the foreigners you can have here in Cambodia is teaching job because that is their business to open schools.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is nothing because here they have their own language which is Khmer. So English is a second language for them, which is very difficult for some of the students to go to English schools. Yeah. So like if your parents don't have money, you cannot go to English schools. So here, for them to employ you as a foreigner is really difficult because you cannot speak their language. You go to the banks, you go everywhere, they speak their language. So the only place and the only thing you can do is to try to teach, to be a teacher. So you need bachelor degree and you need to upgrade yourself to do any English course. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say what language you speak in Cambodia?
Khmer.
Khmer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you need a bachelor's degree to teach there in Cambodia. Thanks for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So you said that you are currently there in Cambodia by yourself. Your family's
Yeah.
back home.
Yeah.
What motivated you to leave your family back home to go to Cambodia for work?
Actually, my kids, I have them here in Cambodia. I have my kids here
Okay.
in Cambodia. So I have
Okay.
to take them back home because it was really difficult for me to go to work, to take care of them. And education system here is not really that good. It's good for them, the Kamai. Like for us foreigners, when you send your child here to school, it means all your money you have to spend it for school because schools here
Wow.
are really expensive. But their education system here, it's really poor. So leaving your kids to study here is like you're wasting your time. So better I prefer to send them back home so that my family can take care of them.
So you're saying the education system in Cameroon is way better than in Cambodia?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Because here, Cambodian school in Cambodia is really business. It's business. It's business.
Oh,
Yeah.
so a lot of private people, when you say it's business, a lot of private people are, setting up schools as a
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
And as you say,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
why
a
the
business. Yeah,
school
for them.
fees are so expensive.
See, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I know you said the only job you could get as a foreigner in Cambodia was a teaching job. Was it
Teach,
difficult for you
teach.
to get a job there?
Not really difficult. Not difficult because actually my first school I have to work like for 1 month and they didn't pay me. you know, I work actually for 1 month. I didn't get any salary and I need to look for another job. So it was really kind of difficult. You need to stay in the hotel, you need to eat, you need to do one or two things, and people back home they're expecting money from you. So it was
Yeah.
really difficult for me from the start. But
Hmm.
now I've been in Cambodia like for 4 years now, but everything is okay.
But why Cambodia? How far away is Cambodia from Cameroon? Why did you choose to go to Cambodia to work? Why not?
Actually, that was the only option I have at that time because I wanted to leave the country. Before I was in Dubai, so I went back home. I went back to Cameroon, and I
Hmm.
wanted to leave. Before I wanted to go to Thailand because all the Thailand, Malaysia, all the most of the Asian countries only teaching job. So I just found myself in Cambodia.
So you were
I
in
didn't plan
Dubai.
to go to Cambodia.
So you say you were in Dubai first. So could you teach in Dubai?
No, actually, in Dubai, we have a lot of opportunities in Dubai. As for foreigners, a
Yes.
lot of opportunity. You can do any kind of job you want. Yeah.
Okay. But you didn't like it there in
No,
Dubai.
I just wanted to change environment. Yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to change environment.
All right. So can you tell us the journey from Cameroon to
To
Cambodia? How long did that
Cambodia,
take you?
I think it's 48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah,
Wow.
48 hours.
Hey, Jody. Jody, be cute. All right. Can you tell us about schooling now in Cambodia? I know you say it's a business, but like how many children do you have in your classroom and what days do they go to school there in Cambodia?
Like basically, yeah, in Cambodia we go to school from Monday to Fridays. Yeah, Monday to Friday. Like 7:40, we start our classes 7:40. We have a break 10 o'clock. I think 10. Yeah, 10 a.m. We have a break and we have to start the afternoon classes 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. and we stop at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I teach in a day 6 hours a day. In the morning
Okay.
3 hours, in the afternoon 3 hours.
All right. But and how many students you have in your classroom?
In my grade 7, because I teach grade 7, grade 8, 9, 10. Grade 7, I have like 12 students because they are all marked. So they are like from 10 years to 15 years.
But you have 12 students.
Yeah, I have 12, 7 in grade 10. In
Mm-hmm.
grade 8, I have like 4 students. Grade 9, I have like
Four.
11 students. And grade 10, I have like 16 students.
Wow,
Then
the
my
number
class in the afternoon is grade 4, which they are 22.
not bad. Those numbers are good.
Yeah, 22, that's
Four.
the
Four
highest.
students, 12 students. Those numbers are good.
Yeah.
Um, so what are the benefits? I know you say your first job in Cambodia, which is I'm still trying to figure out how you did not get your salary for that first job, but what are the benefits for you as a foreigner in Cambodia as a teacher there? What benefits do they offer to you?
There is no benefit. There's no
None.
benefit. Some schools, like for example, some schools they can do for your work permit for 1 year. They can do extension to extend your visa.
Yeah.
They can do for you extension. They can pay your flight when you're going home on vacation.
Yeah.
But now it's really difficult. So there is no advantage. There is no advantage.
So they don't give you like health benefits or
Nothing, not at all. No, 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 no.
no.
No. Even
Okay.
if they give some schools that they usually give, they can give like insurance, something like that. But let me say, you can have like $5 in the month, which is public hospital. So when you go to the public hospital, they don't speak English, they speak only Kama. You don't even understand what is going on. So
Yeah.
like for us, the foreigners, we like to go to the private hospital, even though it's expensive, which they cannot
Yeah.
afford, cannot pay. So there is
Mm-hmm.
nothing like insurance. If you're sick, you need to take care of yourself.
Good. All right. So can you tell us what the salary is like? Is it worth it?
Depends. Like when I came, it depends on the skin type.
On your what?
Your skin type.
Skin
Yeah,
type.
yeah, skin type. It depends on your skin.
But
Like the Westerners, the Americans, they can get like $2,000 plus. So for me, like in Africa, they start with me from 1,000 to 1,500. And for the Filipinos, they start with them, let me say, like 500 to 700. So it depends.
so you're getting more. So you get more than the Filipinos.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of confused. But the
Yeah.
Americans that come to Cambodia, they start like $2,000.
Yeah, they can have like 2,000, from 1,500 upward, something like that.
Okay.
But
I see
now
somebody.
some of the blacks, they can actually get 2,000 because now they know that the blacks, they have patience, they have that strength. For the
Yeah.
whites, no, the white, they don't have that strength. But this Cambodian, they just believe that this white skin is something really important to them. So in a school, let me say we have like 10 teachers. So inside the 10 teachers, you can have like two teachers are white skin, like the Westerners or Americans. Yeah. But the
Yeah.
rest can be Filipino and the black skin. Yeah, so the white skin is just like for advertisement, which is business, something like that. They have a foreign teacher.
So they put those in
Be-
their advertisements.
Yeah, before it was really difficult for us, like the blacks, to get a job in Cambodia, but now most of the blacks can have a job. Before it
Wow.
was really difficult. Then the problem with the Filipinos is that they have the same skin, so
That's
they
what I,
almost
that's
get
why I'm
confused.
confused.
Yeah, so they get confused with the Cambodians and the Filipinos, so that is why they have to pay the Filipinos very low because most of the parents don't want the Filipinos to teach their kids.
That's why I'm confused because the Filipino skin would want to look like the American skin, but you're saying you,
No, like the Filipinos, they actually want to be like the Cambodians. Yeah, like the Cambodians. Even the way they talk is different too. You actually identify this a Filipino because when a
yeah,
Filipino person talk, an American person talk, and an African person talk, actually you will know the difference.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm seeing somebody in backstage. I don't know. Did you give somebody the link that
maybe
you
wait, let me
joined from? Because the person is backstage, but they need
wait.
to join from the other link that I gave. The last link.
Wait, let me check. I
Yeah.
think.
Wow. So that is interesting. It's
Yeah.
called passport power. Jody, I'm going to ask your questions. I'm seeing them. Thanks for joining. This is very interesting. This is something new to me. And yeah, something very new to me. But I'm glad that you're sharing this with us because a lot of
Yeah.
us, we are not sure or we don't know what's happening in different countries and, what teaching is like in different countries. So I'm really appreciative that you came to share with us. Did you send the new link? Because the person is
Yeah,
still backstage.
I did send. I don't know what's wrong with her. I did send.
Okay. I'll just remove them and you can send that
Yeah,
new.
I think you can remove them. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So my next question, true. Are resources readily available for you in Cambodia?
In
Like, do
Cambodia.
the children, do they have what type of technology devices or resources are offered to the students as well as yourself?
Yeah, for me, like they give us a teacher's book, the teacher's guide.
Yeah.
So for the students, they give their books. Um, some schools they do have labs, they have laptops, they have not really. We don't really have much resources. But you, the teacher, you need to check. You need to look for resources. Like when you're teaching any subject you're teaching, you need to look for
Yeah.
resources on each topic. Like when you're teaching in the class, you need to use a video. When you're teaching a video related to that subject, it will
Yes.
let them understand more better.
So you create the video or you can find a video that
You
matches
can
what.
find a video that match the subject,
Okay.
and you
And you
can
say
also do worksheet.
some of the students they have their laptops.
Yeah, yeah. No, the school laptops.
school, or the school provides
The school
laptops.
provide
Okay.
laptops. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I know you said there are no benefits, so I'm not even sure if this question is going to be beneficial, but I'm still going to ask, what type
Yeah.
of growth, what kind of growth is there for you as a foreigner teaching in Cambodia? Like, do they offer you any type of professional development? Do they?
Yeah. Like every end of the month, we need to go for teachers meeting. We have, yeah, like to upgrade yourself. They
Okay.
teach, we share ideas. They teach, we share ideas. So each week, like let me say every month, end of the month, we have teachers
Yeah.
meeting. So like 2 or 3 teachers, they need to teach and share ideas to upgrade ourselves.
Okay, good.
So if there is any difficulties you're facing, can ask your teacher, your colleague to help you if there is any difficulties you're facing.
Yeah.
Because here in Cambodia, they don't give you one subject to teach. You need to teach like 4 or 5 subjects. Sometimes it can be difficult. There's some schools you can teach just English. If you're a foreign teacher, you can teach only English. But in my school, no. I teach like
Yeah.
5 different subjects.
You have to teach all the subjects. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what about lesson planning? How
Lesson
does that
planning.
work? Yeah, lesson planning. How does that work for you there in
Yeah,
Cambodia?
like in my school is having 6 months. 6 months we have first term breaks. After 6 months again, they can move to the other class, to the next class. So they give us like course outline, something like course outline. So you make sure when before 6 months you already cover all the topics.
Yeah.
So every week you need to do work plan. You need to do your lesson plan and give it to the
Yeah.
supervisor for him to supervise it and check if there is any error or there is anything to adjust before you can teach. And you need
Yeah.
to do flashcards also as well.
Okay, so that sounds similar to what we do. You have to have your weekly lesson plans, and
Yeah,
also you say you have a course outline that you follow,
yeah,
basically like a curriculum. So that
yeah.
sounds similar to what we are used to. All right, so can you tell us about the weather in Cambodia?
Now it's raining season, but not same like in Africa because Cambodia is really hot. It's like a desert. It's really
Yeah,
hot. It's really hot. It's same like Dubai, but now it's raining. It can rain like for 1 hour highest. 1 hour. And
but does it
when
get?
it's rain, um,
Go ahead.
yeah, it's raining. But here in Cambodia they don't have drainage. There is nothing like drainage. Like when it's raining, the gutters, no.
Yeah.
Everywhere it's flooding. So when it's raining, it's really difficult. Cars
Okay.
are not moving. Yeah.
I know you mentioned that Cambodia is similar to, you say Abu Dhabi, as they're both
Yeah,
desert.
yeah.
I
UAE.
learned from one of my guests that in Abu Dhabi it's really hot, but then it can get really cold. So it gets cold also in Cambodia.
Yeah, like yeah, sometimes like early in the morning when it's raining, early in the morning, it's really cold.
Okay. All right. So what about food there in Cambodia? Do you find food from Cameroon in Cambodia? Because I
Yeah,
know.
when it comes to food, there is no problem. When it comes to food, there is no problem. Yeah,
Okay.
because there are food in the market. You can buy it and cook it the way you want to cook it, like African food, like my Cameroon food. Yeah.
Okay. So
So
you have.
getting a food in Cambodia is not a problem.
That's
And
good.
food
That's
is
good.
really cheap. It's really cheap. As compared to my country, food in Cambodia is cheap. It's
Cheaper
cheaper more
than
than yeah,
Cameroon.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So I need to find out now, what if other international teachers would like to come to Cambodia? Do you know of any schools or programs that, hire teachers from different countries that they could check out to see if they could get a job there in Cambodia? Are you aware of any?
Yeah, but they stopped doing that before. A lot of schools do hire teachers from outside, from abroad. The problem is that when you come to Cambodia, in
Yeah.
Cambodia, you can stay. They don't have problem like police chasing you or whatever. When they have, most of the white people when they come here, they go to a school and they have their visa. They will leave the school. Like if my school is being paid them 1,000, if 1,500, and they found another school that is paying them 2,000, so they have to leave my school that hired them in. They'll work with the school just for 1 month and they'll move to another school. So now it's really difficult to find a school that will hire you or bring you from your country. It's difficult. Before they used to do that, my school used to do that, but they stopped it.
Oh, so teachers are coming in, and when they come in, they find better opportunities with more pay,
Opportunities,
more
yeah.
leave,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
the schools are they're stopping or they're slowing
Yes.
down that. Um,
Yeah, because when they bring you in, they are going to use a school document. So if there is any crime you commit or any problem, they are going to hold the school responsible, which
yeah,
is kind of difficult now.
yeah, but so there's none that you know currently that they could
Currently,
apply.
no, no, no,
No.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Okay.
think in Vietnam that can be possible, but yeah, in Cambodia, no, it cannot. It can't be possible in Cambodia. I think in Vietnam, yeah, that can be possible, but Cambodia, no, they stopped
Yeah.
that. So if you want to come in, maybe you can just come with your tourist visa. If you're lucky to enter, okay, because now it's really difficult to enter Cambodia because they are sending people back. You will come when you reach
Wow.
at the airport, they'll say no, there is no place for tourists. Go back to your country.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So it's really kind of difficult to enter
So my
Cambodia
next
now.
question is, you say enter with my tourist visa. What if I enter with my tourist visa? Can I get a job on my tourist visa there in Cambodia?
Actually, you can get a job when you come to Cambodia. You need to find a school first. Because in Cambodia, when you come with 1 month, they can extend it and you can extend another 1 month. So when you get a job, the school is going to provide for you employment later. Yeah. So when they give the employment letter, that is when you can apply for visa. Because here in
Oh, okay.
Cambodia, 1 day overstay is $10.
1 day
Yeah.
overstay, $10.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what kind of money they spend there in Cambodia?
We have dollars. We are using US dollars.
US
And
dollars.
my real, yeah. My
Okay.
real.
Okay. So for people who are interested, I guess you'll have to just get your Cambodian visa. And if you get landed, as she
Yeah,
said,
if you're lucky, the immigration, they are going to let you in. But if you're not lucky, they are going to send you back.
yeah. So if
Yeah.
you are accepted in, then you can seek a job. And as she
Yeah.
said, your school can assist you with getting your work documents.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
All right. So what would you say are the disadvantages and advantages of teaching in Cambodia?
The disadvantages is a lot. Because, for example, some students, they are not used to with the dark skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not used to with the dark skin. So when they see you, they start to cry. So, like for the
Oh,
younger
wow.
ones, some will say they don't like to see the black skin. They don't want you to even touch, you greet them. We cannot touch them. So it's kind of difficult sometimes. But
Wow.
yeah, it depends. Some students, their parents are racist. So if your
Yeah.
father is a racist, so definitely you're also going to be a racist. But it has really stopped. It has stopped. Everything is okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is fine.
What do you say are the
Even
advantages?
my
What are the good things
the good
about?
things, the thing is that as a teacher from here, it's easy for you. You can move to another country. Then it's easy for you to upgrade yourself because you really have time. You don't work
Yeah.
on Saturday and Sunday, so you can take some classes on Saturday and Sundays.
Yes.
If you want to upgrade yourself, you really have time to do that.
Yeah. So in terms of upgrading yourself there in Cambodia, if you want to study there, how expensive is it to
No,
study?
you cannot study in Cambodia. You can study online. You cannot.
Oh, you can do it online, but
Online, yeah, online. But face to face class, no, you cannot.
because you're a
Because for
foreigner?
the university is in Kamai. So it's difficult.
Oh,
There is nothing you can learn. Yeah, there
yes.
is nothing. Because let me say their certificate, it's not, you cannot do anything with it. You cannot go out of the country now. You cannot
Yeah.
use it out of this country.
All right. I got that. I got that. So would you recommend other teachers to come to Cambodia to work though?
It depends because me, I really enjoy the job. So if someone wants to come, I recommend that person to come. It's okay. Because for
Yeah.
me, I enjoy the job. My students, they are lovely. I like them. So it depends the way you joke with them too.
All
Because you
right.
need to show them the concern, the love. Because some of the students, they can just go home and tell their parents, I don't want to study with this teacher. And in
Mm-hmm.
Cambodia, it's like a business. let me say like a family business. If my child is going to this school, my sister child need to go to that school too. So that is it. So from one
Yeah.
family, you can have like 10 kids or 15 kids from that family going to that school. So if
Yes.
one child complain that I don't like that teacher or I don't like that school, it means all the students are going to leave that school.
TJ.
All the students are going to leave that school.
Okay. All right. So I think we've covered all our questions. I know I have a few questions here on IG. And guys, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box. But before we go on our break, I want to thank you, True, for coming to share with us. I've learned a lot this morning about teaching in Cambodia. I know you've not taught before in
Yeah, yeah,
Cameroon,
yeah.
but telling you some really good information you brought to us this morning. Guys, if you have questions, you can go ahead and put those in the chat box, and we'll be right back. And right after the break, you can get your questions ready. Okay, so I have the first question too. It's here. Have you ever visited a floating school
Floating school. Like,
or
yeah.
a school on a river?
No, no, no.
Oh, you don't know of those in Cambodia?
No, no, I don't know about that.
Okay, so you're not aware of those schools. Any other questions, guys? If you have any questions, you can put those in the comment section below. And while we wait, I want to introduce our next week's guest. It's going to be Denicia Doyle. Denicia Doyle from Kingston, Jamaica. Talk about this ghetto girl. Ghetto girl, just like myself. She's going to be sharing with us her teaching experience here in the United States. If you know her, I know a lot of people know her. You want to share that information that she's going to be coming to share with us next week. Denicia Doyle in North Carolina, United States. We have a next question. She said, does your school provide you with a residency visa or a work permit?
Yeah, some schools that, for example, my school does that. They provide me a resident visa and my work permit.
A resident visa and a work, they provide both.
Both, yeah.
Okay. Residency visa and work permit. Awesome.
Yeah.
Any other questions, guys, in the chat box? If not, we're going to be going shortly. As again, I say next week we're going to be having Kwakwa, who knows her by that. Denicia Doyle, all the way from North Carolina, United States, coming to share her experience with us here on Kicking with Dr. Britton. Do you have devotions in the morning, like prayer
Yeah,
session
every Friday.
every Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a next question that I'm not seeing. The answer, my friend, that. I'm not seeing teaching consultancy question. I don't know why I can't see. I can see your name, but I'm not seeing the question. If you can type something else there, I guess it will go up so I can see it. Yeah. Are you responsible for sponsoring your family, or does the school help you?
I'm responsible.
Oh, you have to sponsor yourself?
Yeah, by myself.
So do they help you though, or you have to sponsor yourself also? Like the payments.
Like the payment, I need to do the payment by myself
Okay, so they just assist with the paperwork, but you have to
with the
make the
papers work.
payments.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, what about interpreters for foreigners? Like if you have to visit the banks or the hospital? Is there interpreters there that assist you?
Yeah, like for the private hospital, we have like Westerners. Some Westerners, they are working there. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have like doctors from Americans, doctor from England, they are working in the hospitals. So that's why we prefer going to the private
yeah.
hospital because it's much better.
Okay.
Even though it's expensive, but it's much better.
Yeah, because then you have somebody to interpret what is being said to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good question. Um, so guys, thanks for joining. I'm seeing you in the chat box. Kimiko, you're welcome. Diane, as usual. Damien, you're here this morning. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Marsha and Alicia. Thanks for joining, guys. I know it's Sunday morning and you'd want to be cooking your rice and peas. Well, you still might be cooking your rice and peas and multitasking. And Marlene, good morning. Good morning, Jody. Be cute on Instagram, and Tanise and the others who joined. Thanks for joining. We had with us this morning Sheron Zoe from Cameroon, who's currently teaching in Cambodia, and she shared with us her teaching experience in Cambodia. Very informative session. I have learned a lot. I'm not sure about the others. Some of you already had some background knowledge about it. I have a next question. It says, was your salary in Dubai better than your salary in Cambodia?
Not at all. My salary in Cambodia is better than my salary in Dubai. And the living standard here is really much better. It's
The living,
really, really good in Dubai. No, 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 no. You need to stay in a room. Maybe you're paying just for the bed, which is I think almost like $600. No, not $600. Dirhams. 600 dirhams. I think that should be like $120, something like that. You're paying just for the space. You cannot get a room for yourself. To get a room, it's really expensive. Maybe you can get your salary for 1 month to pay for the space, to pay for a room. So in Cambodia, where I'm staying actually is $130. I can spend for the electricity, the water, everything, internet, 100. Yeah.
so you're
Which
saying
is
the living
really the
condition,
living condition standards here in Cambodia is far better than in Dubai. Dubai it's really expensive, even though
okay.
Dubai is more developed than Cambodia, but the living standard in Dubai it's really expensive.
Yeah. And I guess it's going to be different for you because you weren't teaching in Dubai. Because I know the
Yeah,
teachers in Dubai, they're offered cost-free homes and stuff.
not
So I
not
guess because you weren't teaching, then you had
not
to put your,
all, not all. Like my sister, I have my siblings. They are teaching in Dubai. You need to get your own things by yourself. You need to get your house. They are paying them like 2,500 dirhams. So it's not even up to $600. So which is still really expensive.
she wasn't a teacher in Dubai, Jody.
She wasn't a teacher. Yeah,
No, I'm
like for
saying
example,
you
some.
weren't teaching in Dubai, right?
Yeah, but I do have my siblings. They are teachers in Dubai.
She
There
wasn't
are
a teacher.
some companies that you are working. They can give you a house. They can give you house accommodation. So, but you
Yeah.
cannot stay alone. You need to partition with someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Another question was what's the living status of a teacher in Cambodia? The living status.
How?
Hmm. What do you mean the living status? I know she said she's currently paying $130 for her
Yeah, my
apartment,
house.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And she's also saying food is cheap there in Cambodia, cheaper than
yeah,
where she's from, which is
yeah.
Cameroon. So I'm not sure. With that $130, you still need to pay like your electricity and your water bill and stuff like that, internet.
Yeah, for the 130, everything is included. 130.
Everything is included.
Yeah.
Wow.
But there are some
Okay.
houses, some big, big houses. It depends on your salary, depend on the kind of lifestyle you want to live. It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends.
Okay. All right. Doesn't sound bad.
Mhm.
$130, 130 US dollars. That's
Yeah.
so cheap. How many seasons does Cambodia have? She did mention that's the desert.
Yeah. Let me say we have two. Yeah, two.
All right. Um, So again, thanks. Anybody else? If you have more questions, gonna put in the chat box. Next week, Sunday, we will have Denisia Doyle sharing her experience. And we want to take the time to thank Sheron for coming to share with us her experience in Cambodia. She did mention that if you are interested in going to Cambodia to teach, you can enter the country with your tourist visa and seek a
Yeah,
job, and the school can assist you in finding, or should I say, getting your paperwork to teach
yeah.
there. The first language for Cambodia, she said, was Khmer, right?
Yeah,
Khmer.
yeah,
And a lot, she did mention that that's the main language they speak, and
yeah,
so it's kind of difficult for you to do anything else other than teaching as a foreigner there.
yeah,
And you have to teach in English, well, schools that's basically teaching the children to speak English. That's
yeah.
what I'm getting. All right, so if you have any more questions, guys, we're gonna put them. If not, we're gonna log off. I'm gonna give you a few minutes more, and then we will log off. And I'll see you next week when we speak with Denicia about her teaching experience. And Denicia, I must say, I'm excited to have her because we are from the same community. And if you're a Jamaican, you know they always talk about people that come from the ghetto, like nothing good comes from the ghetto. So this ghetto girl is going to be coming next week, very proud to be a ghetto girl. She's not afraid to say it. Will be coming to share with us next week. So Sheron, I'm getting in the chat box. They're thanking you for coming to share your experience. Oh, somebody was asking if you're on summer break now.
Some schools, but my
Some
school, no.
school.
Yeah, some schools.
So when do you go on summer break?
Next month, on the
Next
28th.
month.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, thank you for coming. I know a lot of people. Alisa was saying thanks for sharing.
Thank
Um, Diane said thanks for sharing. And they just wanted to thank you for coming, sharing with us your experience in Cambodia so that we can have a sneak peek of what teaching is like over there in Cambodia. How long is your summer break?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, just two
Two
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah,
Well, you did say it's a business, so I guess they're not going to close for long. Two
yeah.
weeks. Do you
Because it's a
do?
business, they cannot keep the kids for a long time at home. No, because it's business.
Yeah,
Because some parents, parents say they are very busy, they are business people, so they don't have that time to stay at home with their children. No. So if the
yeah.
school stay more than 2 weeks, they will remove the kids from that school and send to another school.
Wow. Are you required to evaluate your certificate for you to teach in Cambodia? Like to get evaluated by a evaluation company?
Yeah, yeah. They need to do that to satisfy your document.
Okay, they will need to see that it's eligible for you to teach there. All right. Thanks
Yeah.
for sharing from True Melvis. We're gonna log off now. Again, I want to thank you, True, for coming to share with us. As I said, it is an informative session that we had just now. We will share with us your teaching experience in Cambodia. We're glad to have you, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And I know you're looking forward to your summer break, and we hope that you do enjoy it when it
Yeah.
comes. Yes, Diane, 2 weeks. So thanks again. And guys, we're going to end, and I'll see you next time. So walk good.